Prepare to break the silence. I'll be out in the sunshine, running beside the lions. I've been feeling down, but I've been looking up, afraid to fall. God, I've been so down, can you pick me up? Don't let me fall. Can you show me how
y'all bozos decide to sign up for a tournament and then not check in to the tournament. That's a new one. That's a new one, folks.
I feel like this happens every time, or is it just me?
You know, we could just ping some bozos, honestly, in like Bloons General and see if anybody. No, you know what? Ping some bozos in Ninja Kiwi server. That's what we should do.
That would be a great idea.
Yeah.
Only the best competition in the Ninja Kiwi Discord, so.
Yeah. Emil, that's a you call though. I mean, I'm at the ready. I can ping people, right? I'm willing to ping people. I'm willing to ping some bozos. And so that's just me. That's just me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go into Ninja Kiwi server, and I'm going to post. Give me a second here. Just the microphone. Join Popology tournament. And there we go. I've posted it in Battles 2 General. This is surely going to get people to join. What do you think of my strategy here, Cologne? You think it's a good strategy?
I think it's a great strategy. You can tell it's working because many people are responding.
Oh yeah, you can definitely tell. So I'm just looking back at look at that. Mao responded, all right? Cologne responded, Jake responded, all right? They all said the exact same thing, but you know, some noise is better than no noise, right?
I mean, it's kind of working. There's 8 people now.
Yeah, look at that. We got the strategy on lock. That's what we got. We got the strategy on lock. So yeah, just waiting for people to file in, and then we'll get started. Salty says, hi, Red Laser. Hello, Salty. Welcome to the Twitch chat. That message probably came about like 2 minutes ago or something. Alibi says, Laser, I'm a huge fan. Thank you. Always appreciate the huge fan, big fan, bug fan comments. Those are always cool to see. Yeah. Yeah, I did I'm still waiting for the results to come back, but I did a game jam recently, and it was I feel like I'm gonna do good, honestly. Like the game, people like the game. They keep getting stuck on level 5 though. Let's see. Salty says I'm a small fan. That's sad. We have a bug fan from Alibi. Huge fan from Checkered Black. Salty says, can I play the game? Can you? I've been meaning to check out the...
Or is it still in progress?
I guess that's for Emil to sort out. I've been meaning to check out the Game Jam game. Yeah, it's I had a blast making it. So oh, you're talking about can you play the Game Jam game? Where do I play it? Where do I go to my itch page? Go to redlaserbeam.itch.io. It's on there somewhere. So, Emil, people were asking, so don't bonk me for self promo, okay? When do rounds start? We anticipate a start time of 8:10 Eastern. It's 8:06 right now. So, that's 7:06 in the Central Standard Time, if you're keeping track, by the way. So, can we get a head count on number of people signed up so far?
Currently 8.
Okay. That's... Emil is saying 4 checked in. Okay. You know, Emil, if we end up having this few people actually checked in, we could call an audible, go for some BO5, BO7 kind of action. But it just kind of depends, so... Again, we gotta get y'all in here. We gotta see some Bloons action, right? I mean, this is an opportunity for you to win something, right? Without necessarily having to like hop in queue and maybe have to face against Ninjayas, right?
Well, the problem is they might have to face against Ninjayas if he signs up, but probably won't happen.
Probably won't happen. So, yeah. I got my second ever win against Ninjas the other day. It was pretty cool.
What strat did you go?
I did something like stupid. It was like Churchill sub sniper farm. But Ninjas
Salmon
went
ladder?
dart. What's up? Yeah, on Salmon Ladder, yeah. But Ninjas went dart sniper mortar, so he didn't really have an opportunity to punish the rather weak round 11 through 13 that strategy has. So,
There's
yeah.
a few more weak points in that strat, but you know.
Hey man, the Churchill plus actually, well, Churchill sub can kind of get you through the first 9 rounds quite nicely.
Yeah, like
you know?
13 rounds. Yeah.
Yeah. But Moab damage is also kind of an issue, right?
I think the biggest problem is that none of those towers do anything to tight leads or tight Moabs or tight BFBs.
I mean, I don't know. And then you gotta. It's hard for me to explain. I don't know. Tigers was telling me about some tech that could make sniper farms work against tight leads, but the problem is nobody has tested me on tight leads since I was given that technology, right?
It's just upgrading all the sniper farms to 1-2-0.
Yeah, the I guess the supposed tech here is that if you crosspath your sniper farms, you have enough of them on screen, then you can just shred the tight leads. But literally everybody stopped rushing me with tight leads after I lost like I kept losing games to tight leads with sniper farms, right? So you think people would still keep doing it, right? Still keep sending me all that kind of stuff, but they just stopped. They just don't want to do it anymore. I don't know.
I mean, snipers basically defend tight rounds by itself, so I don't really see a reason to send tight leads. Unless you have like 5 sniper farms or less.
So yeah.
But on some ladder, which is like really, really heavily installed, you should probably have enough that they basically just defend tablets by themselves as long as you have any left popping power. So you could probably go like a 4-2 reactor and then just the sniper farms will defend even without a cross path.
So once again, about to get started here. The clock did just strike 8:10 Eastern time. So let me just look at the admin chat here. Let's make sure that we're ready to go. That we truly are ready to go. Yes, we will finalize. Okay. So can we confirm finalization with 4 people signed up total? Is that what we're looking at here? Yes. Okay. So 4 people should be pretty exciting nonetheless to call these matches. So yeah. Just gotta wait for some screen sharing to happen, and then we will. Oh, that was a really loud screen sharing sound. Jesus Christ. And then we'll start. We'll start working it. We'll start yelling at balloons. At least I will. I'm not sure about you, Cologne, but
yeah, I'll probably be a little bit more calm. What are the rules for the tourney, by the way? It's just normal, right?
Yeah, we got standard rule set here. So here's your bracket. You're here versus Alex and Jake versus Checkered. We gotta have some. We have some clear favorites and some clear underdogs, but we'll see how things pan out in the first part of this tournament. So yeah. Got some best of 3 series and then best of 5 to end it all out. And I think so. Alex is screen sharing right now. Yep. Yeah, that's the actual bracket because not enough of you bozos. Well, you bozos, like, you signed up and then you didn't check in.
Yeah.
So yeah, you signed up for the tournament and then decide to give up before it started. Which is incredible. All right, so standard rules. Cologne, I wanted to ask you before these matches get underway, right? We had them big balance changes mid-season, right? We have them new tight rushes that came into play. Now, how has that impacted the meta?
Oh, it completely killed Ninja Alk, which is pretty cool in my opinion. That's honestly the biggest thing. And for the most part, it also killed Bob as well, because it can't really deal with a Ted versus for a cheap amount of money. So you're kind of forced to go mortar for the most part on long maps. There's a few towers like Ice that can deal with it, Tack can kind of deal with it, Ace can deal with it. other than that, there's nothing really that can deal with it for an effective amount of money. So you're kind of forced to go one of those 4 towers if you want to have a chance.
Right. All right. Now, Alex, even though he's the underdog here, Cologne, I want to comment. He's not short of experience here. He's got plenty of experience playing over the last season. He probably played about triple the games that I did last season. So I'm curious to see what he's got up his sleeve here. Starting round 1, doing the typical Sentai start here. Red's 252, Blue's 259. What's Freelo got? Anti-stall Dartling?
Oh, okay. Well, I think Alex has a pretty winning matchup actually. It seems really rough for you here.
Yeah.
Unless he's
All right,
going
so
like
there's
DFN or
this-
something. Actually, he's going smudge, so maybe he's going DFN. But
Okay.
I feel like Boomer can just beat DFN
Oh,
really
Jesus
hard.
Christ. I'm getting deafened by some really loud electronic music. Okay, Jesus Christ. Hey, Emil playing. I tried to put the audio up on on your little live stream share, and I went deaf, so I've just deafened the audio. So I'm just watching the stream with no audio right now.
Yeah, I went through that the first time I tried this. You definitely don't want that audio on.
Right. Well, we got Dartling with Smudge Cat here on the left side. The choice of Boomer's sub farm is very interesting. Oh, Sentai's missing. Cologne, Sentai's missing. Alex
Yeah,
is...
he doesn't have it on last for some reason. I'm not sure why. He's only going for a Kali start instead of like a 2-0-0 Boomer at the front, which I feel like would defend. Also, it is Dartling Farm. Which is interesting. I don't know why it goes much with Dartling Farm.
Yeah, now Alex is panicking with the Sentai 3. You know, the problem here is that you see those natural balloons, right? They come around that bend, and Sentai is shooting at those and missing the balloons that it should be hitting. So, yep. A little Dartling upgrade right here on Freelo's side. So I know you said this was going to be a rough matchup for Freelo, but he's doing a good job of staving off the early pressure. Got up his 002 Dartling. He's even got a farm up. He's ahead on farms relative to Alex as we head into round 5. Now Alex has got the Kylie up.
Yeah, Alex definitely did not need Kylie here at all. He can probably get away with like an 0-1 sub or a 2-0-0 Boomer at the front.
Oh, yeah, maybe
which
with
is going to cost him on farms. And it's also not going to anti-stall, which hurts Boomer a lot.
Hmm. Yeah, he's behind on the farm game as we speak here.
He's the bright side of here. He's going Dartling, so that farm lead is going to last around 1 round, and then it's going to.
Oh, boost coming from Alex. Freelo leaking quite a bit here. Had to point his Dartling away. Now Freelo did get the anti-stall that he wanted on that round, pointing that Dartling towards the natural balloons. But you see here, I mean, look at what Freelo's doing here. He can't anti-stall right now with that Dartling position.
Yeah, but he's probably not going Dartling out because he's going Smudge, which usually implies you're going late game.
Hmm. So what exactly does Freelo have in his inventory? If he's got Dartling, he's got Smudge, and he's got Farm.
I think it's the Dartling Farm Glue or Dartling Farm Ninja.
Interesting.
I don't really see any other 2 strats working.
Oh, a boost from Freelo. Those yellows kind of scared him a little bit. Now he gets the second Dartling down. Freelo ahead on farms by quite a bit. Again, Alex chose not to go for a second farm. He chose to try and pressure with those yellows.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened to his farms. They should just be better than Dartlings at this point.
Well, the problem is he spent all that money on the... Oh, yeah, look at that. Wow. Dartling out
Alex can just play a full passive and IMF into like a Moab Dumb and win. Shouldn't be too hard.
I'm just nervous about Alex's position right now, Cologne, because Alex spent a lot of money on defense on round 5, and I think that stymied his farms quite a bit. You see it right there, midway through round 9. He only just now has gotten a 2x200 farms up, right? And he definitely doesn't have a clear pathway to essential round 11 defense.
Yeah, but I mean, he has Sentai, so honestly, he should be fine with that Ricochet as well. And that should honestly defend round 13 by itself.
Western standoff here incoming for round 11. Freelo going to start off with some group blacks.
I guess. That happened.
Yeah, Freelo saw that low life count on Alex Cologne, and I think he wanted to try and cheese something through there on round 10. It's important to note, these guys, they didn't have a lot of rushing money to begin with, so there's not really a lot to be done there. Oh, Camo Purple's trying to check on Alex.
You can actually just completely ignore that. You don't need to buy the Camo at all. Sentai defense Camo Purple's by itself. But it seems he doesn't know that.
Yeah, look at this. He's kind of distracted here trying to get his second farm up again, right?
Yeah, I don't know why he sold it when he afforded Ricochet, but
All right. So the farms are looking okay for Alex. We head to round 14. He's just now getting the banana plantation. Freelo looks like he's trying to bank here.
yeah, I don't think Bank is actually it might be a good play because you're kind of forced to end the game.
Big
pretty
rush
early.
headed Alex's way. Oh, that's a big one right there. More glaives from Alex to try and defend, but it's too much layered, and Freelo's going to take the win in game 1.
It just took too long to use Sensei ability. He kind of watched it for too long, and then it re-go farm pretty hard.
Yeah. Well, unfortunate right there. We're now watching Jake versus Checkered. Can I get confirmation on which game this is? I don't know if this is game 1 or game 2.
Well, judging by the fact that it's round 3, it's probably game 2.
Okay, let's see here. Now, this actually looks like, I don't know. Well, I can't even tell. But anyways, I want to look at. So let's kind of take a look at Cologne at the abomination that's on checkered screen. You see Ice plus Gwen.
Yeah,
and
I think he might be going Ice Roth, which is the strongest combination in the game right now.
He's gonna be broke as heck trying to do that though, isn't he? I mean, I'm just saying. And the stream is closed.
And the stream died. Okay.
Stream died. Incredible.
Well, there he goes.
Yep. Let's get an F in the Twitch chat. On the bright side, we do have Freelo and Alex both streaming here, so we're getting ready for game number 2 here. Again, Freelo up 1-0 in the series. And let's see what bozo happening occurred in Bloons General. Ninjaya says, "Can I commentate?" Where the hell did Ninjaya's come from?
I don't know. Apparently,
that's gonna...
Andreas wants to hop in after 20 minutes, but you know.
I'll just tell him to. Emil, that one's gonna be on you, okay?
Oh no, he wants to hop in the commentating booth. Huh.
Yeah. He wants to hop in the commentary booth. So.
I mean, he's probably better than I am, so I'm willing to go down.
Okay. You hear that, Emil?
Assuming you want him on, unless you don't.
Yeah. I'm curious. I'm curious to see what Ninjayas has got to say. So, I'd switch out after round 1. Okay. I guess I'll just tell him we'll get him in for the finals. Is that fine, Emil?
Yeah, I guess after round 1 it's the finals. So.
So yeah. I like Withmir's chat message though. Let the man speak. He has wisdom.
I don't know what wisdom's gonna be.
So while all this is happening, by the way, you see Alex getting boosted up against him, right? Down about 110 lives, holding just fine though with the 202 Boomer plus Fedora. Boomer Mortar Farm. How do you feel about on this map, Cologne, in this meta?
It's not bad actually. It was pretty good against all the new rushes, and it can kind of defend around 30. It's worse than Dark, because Dark has platform defense cover can defend like 4 to 5 FEDs, while Boomer can only really defend 2 at most. But it's not about loaded at all. It's also really, really easy, which is a really big upside.
So what's the key here for Alex to try and take? You know, he's playing Boomer Mortar Farm, and I assume Freelo's going Dart Mortar Farm. How do you turn the tables here with Boomer? Oh, look at this.
For sort of, I mean, I feel like if you just drain all his boosts, you can probably kill him with or heavily drain him with a Tide Rush and make him force all his farms. With the Boomer, you can kind of just stall it out forever with what's it called? More presses.
Good use of Fedora of 3 from Alex there to delay the Boomer buy. Now he does get his Boomer upgrade. Freelo also with his upgrades. That was an unforced boost from Freelo, by the way. He's down to 2 monkey boosts at this point. So.
And he got another farm for it though, so it probably isn't worth, but it's worth considering at the very least.
Well, yeah, there you go. So, let's see. How much money does that 100 farm make? It's like 200, right? So he's making like 320 around. Now he's up to making 400 around. Alex needs to kind of catch up here. He got hit that second farm quite a ways late. That's kind of what you expect, though, when you're playing Boomer Mortar Farm, right? You're going with Boomer Start. You have to invest quite a bit of money into Boomer early. So not too big of a surprise here that the Boomer Mortar farms is not able to keep up with the Dart Mortar farms, right?
Yeah, that's just kind of what Dart does. After getting buffed every single update for some reason, it's cheaper than TAC, which is, I mean, it's something.
Yeah. So, Cologne, rounds 9 through 11 are coming up. How do you play this if you're Alex? Do you do any pressure? Do you just go passive?
You have Fedora. No, they both have Fedora, so it's not really worth sending any pressure. At worst, if they chase really hard, they just press 1 on the keyboard and then it's gone, and they need to send like what, at least 2k to get it past it after they Fedora 3. So if you want to pressure it, it'll be better to just wait until round 10 and send a bunch of whites, and then later with round 11 if they don't react fast.
Interesting. Well, you see, Freelo's got the burning stuff here, so it's kind of hard to try and start a rushing sequence at this point. Alex is going to try it anyways, boosting the zebras. Forces an immediate boost response.
He made himself all his darts.
Oh! Quite a bit of leaks on Freelo's side. You see some of them zebras got past that burning stuff.
Yeah, so tier 3 darts is a really bad move there. You really need to keep those for round 13.
I mean, he needs a jug for the rerush, no?
Oh, no, usually you need jug and the 2 dart tier 3s as well as shell shock, and that's some type of defense.
Okay.
If you want to be consistent, you need the tier 3 darts and 2 jugs as well as shell shock. That's the only way to get
Alex has got Freelo on the ropes. Gonna try again with an R-Rod. Freelo off.
Okay, if you go for double shell shock, you can definitely allow here. That's not a good play.
Well, that's not a good play at all from Freelo. Gonna get overwhelmed from the R-Rod. Alex gonna take the win and force game 3. Good call, Cologne.
Yeah, I don't know why he went for a double shell shock. We should have definitely gone for at least 1 jug and then reacted to the size of the rush and get a 2nd jug. But I guess he's just not experienced with the strat.
Yeah, it's definitely a little surprising right there. Mortar can only do so much.
2-3 Mortar doesn't defend all outs on that map. If you can press a button, it doesn't have good enough angles. You need jugs.
All right, so we're watching Jake versus Checkered. So we have betting lines in Vegas open for whether or not Checkered is going to inadvertently stop streaming the game midway through the match.
Hopefully not. I wonder how the last game went.
Well, I already took out a loan to bank on that outcome occurring. So, boost coming Jake's way, by the way. Oh, look at this! Jake coming back. He's boosting some whites Checkered's way. More boosting. Look at this. Oh, a big oops from Jake. He's late to the never miss.
No, I think he's just gonna go for no 1 sub at the bottom if he bloom boosts. Because that lets him avoid the steal pretty well. But he doesn't have Jake, so actually I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, 202 ace with an 0-0 ace and like a sub at the back, usually defense.
Well, this is gonna be kind
of. You can only do this with AAS, and you can't do it with AFN because obviously you don't have sub.
Okay. Well, this is gonna be interesting for round 8 for Jake, no? Because I mean, he's got 23 lives, right? Checkered has Jericho down on the table. I don't know if he placed him down round 1 or not, but
he's getting a steal now, so yeah, he either got it round 3 or he got it round 1. So
okay. Checkered finally gets Neva Miss. He was actually quite late to that, but it didn't affect his life counter too much. First farm coming from Jake.
I don't know what happened to Jake's life count. I don't know what went wrong.
I mean, we saw him leak quite a bit to those, to that round 5 shenanigans earlier. Now you see those camo yellows coming through. Got to count these. Got to be careful. Going to be down to 7 lives here as Jake after that next camo yellow leaks. And there you see he gets that early burning stuff. Probably wanted to wait another round before getting it because he wasn't able to upgrade that farm while that was all happening. Round 9 incoming here.
Well, now with Jake's farms, Trigger can probably just play full passive and win the game. Because the opponent has no mana generation, so. Also, he got 0 camels that entire time. I don't know if you saw that.
RNG goes wild sometimes.
He needs to stop ecoing right now, though, because Jake is gonna rush him. He needs to do it. So you need to definitely prepare for that.
Oh, these camo! Look at the LEDs! Look at the LEDs! Natural LEDs! He's got to pop at least one of these.
Yeah, AMD is gonna get it down, but you need to stop got Econ sooner, because if he rushed there, then he could have been in a bad spot. Might have been forced to boost.
Boosted rush from Jake, trying to check on Checkered.
Yeah. Jake waited too long on that rush. If he did it as soon as round 10 started, then... I mean, round 11 started, then he would have had a chance, but... Checker had enough time to buy the... Okay, I don't know why he's rushing. That's a terrible move. He should definitely just play passive.
I don't know
round 13
exactly.
forces at... round 14 with the lights forces at least a 2-2 mortar, so there's no reason to ever rush if you're playing Eco. It's better to just either Eco or save up for a stronger stint.
He's saving up like he wants to rush again. Hello, Withmere.
I just wanted to make fun of Ninjalis not having perms to hop in the voice chat. I'm gonna hop out real quick, but just wanted to, flex on him a little bit.
Okay. Round
Good luck with the
14.
comms. Love your comms, Red Laser.
Thanks, Withmere. Always appreciate it. On to round 14, where the game, I think, has taken a passive turn Cologne just because these guys don't have enough money to kill each other at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I think Checkered, as long as he just plays passive, he's in a completely winning position. AI is a lot harder to defend with Ace Farm Order, and you need farms to actually be able to win the game and afford that defense for AI. Because if he just stops Sequin for a second right now and saves up like 2k, they can just send that Moab and a bunch of Sea-Break underneath, and that probably just dies, honestly, on boost.
Okay. Well, there you go. There's the recommendation from Cologne, just to stop Eco and send a little check on round 17. But you see, Checkered, he's actually consistently, he's persisting with this Eco right here. Got his Eco now at about 1,000 as we head to round 17. See those purples coming through. So we're within one Eco tick of seeing those Moabs come out.
Yeah. So the biggest thing to note is that Jake has been avoiding every single steal, and obviously because he's going farm, he has less Eco. So currently he has less money in hand than Checkered probably, and also less Eco. And worse defense, so...
Couple of checks Zebras here.
Shot for a little bit of Zebras. If he sent more Zebras, he can definitely force a boost. But he's not doing that.
Moab coming Jake's way. You think you can defend this without further action?
He needs a boost. Because if he doesn't boost... Actually, no, the round ended, but... If he sent that Moab earlier, the Moab would have gone on the right, and then he needed to split the targeting of his Shell Shock and his Never Miss. And his Never Miss between the AI and the Moab. And then you would just die if you don't boost. You didn't need to boost that because you sent it late, but... If you sent it in time, then you would have absolutely needed to boost.
Okay. F Moab now headed Jake's way. Big moment in the game right here as Checkered trying to get a win against Jake and extend this series.
Jake is fine to that. But I think if you're Jake, if you're Checkered, I think just go to 1500 Eco and then just stop.
So the naturals are going to
Rubber Gold as well, because AI is going to start to ramp up, and Rubber Gold is going to start making a lot of money.
Yeah, naturals are going to start to become a big deal here. Round 20, round 21, F Moab round 20, and then just lots of Cerams round 21. So you can see those Cerams coming in round 19.
You also missed an opportunity to a lot on round 18 because we didn't have money to afford ODS right away. So
look at this! Look at this! Jake's got multiple Moabs on his screen here. 2 of them are fortified. Big boost from Jake to defend.
That was a really bad rush, but he sent it. Now we need to watch out for Starship.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay, I think that decoy was a little late.
He should not be rushing anymore. This is a really bad decision.
Oh, Camo Purples! Camo Purples!
Yeah.
They're gonna get through! Just barely.
Never mind.
Checkered
Okay,
is still alive.
Okay, I don't know why you bought a reactor after the rush, but he did.
He's playing scared right now, Cologne. He's playing really scared, and I think right now you're seeing someone trying to fumble away this game pretty bad, because
yeah, he's trying pretty hard to throw it away.
Because Jake can defend this FBFE. I mean, he's got ABAT on his screen, right? Activates the ABAT.
Was a pretty terrible send.
Yeah. I mean, and look at what's on Checkered screen. It's nothing. Now we got the tight leads headed Checkered's way. Jake going for the win.
Yeah,
the Alchemist is not going to work.
I think.
Is it?
Never mind.
Oh wait, never mind.
He also still doesn't have a rubber gold up, which I really hate because that would just completely deny him from sending legs.
More tight leads. They're boosted. It's to win the game.
Nah, there's just not enough.
It's not enough.
He still doesn't have a rubber gold up, which is making me go insane. Please buy it.
Cologne, this is the worst. This is the worst gameplay I've seen in a long time here in battles. It's just two bozos rushing each other and literally just doing nothing.
I mean, Jake's playing fine. played the early game terrible. He's equal. But yeah, Jake is playing fine. He just played the early game really bad and somehow leaked to 23, which made him have no farms early game.
ZOMG
But he
headed
still
Jake's
doesn't
way.
have a rubber gold up. Please buy it. Okay, PV, listen to me. Let's go.
Now remember, round 25, those type Moabs are going to come into play here, Cologne. And, you know, these guys could... I mean, Checkered might just straight up be too drained here to even ground zero. And look at this, Jake's going to test him. F Moabs. Tight F Moabs headed Checkered's way. This is to win the game.
He needs to go for GC. This doesn't defend.
There's no way.
He's gonna lay your legs underneath.
Checkered's going to lose the game. Checkered's going to lose the game. He can't defend all the tight Moabs. Jake takes it.
Well, he threw that game really hard.
I think the problem was, Cologne, with all that rushing that was going on, Jake had an obvious opportunity to go for those tight Moabs. You know, he just saw that, just knowing that Checkered was not going to be able to go for that ground zero. Great play from Jake to stay in the game and eke out that win after a not very good, well played, no good, horrible early game. All right, we're watching Alex versus Freelo. This is a deciding game 3. The series is tied up 1-1, and now we've seen F Moab headed Alex's way. Oh, Alex was trying to micro the X4X Boomer, but he didn't have enough money for it. Now desperately boosting. The F Moab's going to pop into Cerams. Now after an eco boost, he does have the money necessary. Microing the X4X Boomer. Takes care of the F Moab. F Moab headed Freelo's way. Freelo defends with A-Bat.
Now that he has Sentai, I don't know what he's doing there.
I love it. We're at like a really... Oh, another rush! F Moab headed Alex's way again. X4X Boomer being microed. Oh, the F-Cerams racing to the exit.
Nah, he's dead.
And he's dead. Freelo takes game 3.
He got this. Also, he got a tax on? What happened to the left side? I wasn't even looking. I kind of wish I got to watch that game from the start, because I want to know when he bought Sentai. And I just want to know what happened.
There were many things that you could have observed during that game, Cologne. I'm just surprised that the one thing you chose to observe was the Sentai.
Yeah, that was the first thing I noticed. I felt kind of bad interrupting you because you were going pretty crazy, but I just had to do it.
Oh, man. Alright. So, we're going to get Ninjayas in here for finals. Which is going to... I guess we're getting the expected matchup here for finals. Right. Freelo versus
honestly, it should have been Checkered over Jake. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but
how badly that game was played.
You know, sometimes you just I don't know. You know, some games are like it's like stoppable force versus movable object, right? And that's the best way to describe that. Yeah, best way to describe that ports game here. So. We'll update the bracket here, just shortly. So just updating that bracket, letting you know who's going to be in the finals. All right.
I'm still mad that I didn't buy a rubber gold until after he sent leads.
Missed opportunity to make a lot of cash. I'll say that.
He has the camo, so it completely denies the tight leads. And if you send them, then you just get 4K.
Probably a big difference maker there, I think, Cologne, between him having the ground zero money and not. So, Turtle Master says Jake would have played better if he watched Salty's school project video. So,
yeah, that would change many things.
True.
The rubber gold would have also been really good because they were both insanely drained, which means you need eco, and rubber gold just prevents you from ecoing. It's just you just really should have gotten that up sooner.
All right, we're starting off with game 1 of the finals, Jake versus Freelo.
I don't even want to say you're here, Thor, out loud. It just makes me sad.
Come on, it can't be that bad, can it?
It just makes me sad having to watch this.
Oh, come on. There's definitely been... I've seen worse loadouts. I've seen worse gameplay. You know, I've seen...
It's so cancer, though. Like, you have, like, Boomer Mortar is already really hard to die with, and then you have Smudge, and then in case you somehow didn't manage to stall it, you have Sniper Farms and main Moabs. So if he sends a CMG ever, it's not gonna move, and then it's gonna get hexed. Right. So past round 20, there's absolutely no rushes Jake can send to the opponent.
I mean, I guess this is going to be one of those things where it's like, Freelo's going to go to round 30, and maybe if Jake plays this well enough, Freelo just dies? I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's just forced round 30, die round 30, I think. Which
Okay.
is kind of boring.
On the other
And
hand,
because Jake is going Fedora, it's gonna be really hard to actually choke.
Hmm.
So I think your
Okay.
game just has to complete losing matchup.
I guess we'll be in here for a fairly distant one. So Freelo getting
There we
the
go.
302 Boomer up.
You're gonna be here for a while though, which is kind of, you know. Also, one thing to notice: he should not have sold that bottom island. You want that for Glaive Lord.
Yeah, I guess his Glaive Lord. I mean, he still has an okay Glaive Lord spot. I mean,
Yeah, but then if you would rather not sell the 200 island. And wait a minute, no, you would rather sell the $2,000 island and keep the $200 island than sell the $200 island and have to keep the $2,000 island.
oh, I see what you
Especially when the $2,000 island is right before round 11, which is like the most important round of the game.
mean. Again, not too much to comment on either side right now. Again, Freelo's defense is going to be solid until round 9, and Jake's defense is also going to be solid until round 9. Group Yellow is coming his way, but that's not going to be a problem here with the Trip Guns plus Fedora. So,
And you're
So
gonna
we're gonna
just
be
have to watch Jake kind of play passive the entire time. And because you're here as Eco, he's not gonna really be able to rush him, so it's just gonna be kind of no rushing the entire game, I think.
yeah, so I think the key here, Cologne, is just how far can Jake push it, right? How little defense can he have on screen, right? How much farms can he get away with, right? Same thing with Freelo, right? With that passive expectation, how little can you, how much can you shortchange Jake here? How much can you not get up your essential defense and try and keep this game going with just playing as skinny as possible?
I honestly think if Jake wants to win, he can just not buy any farms, go like 5k eco, and then he wins because he can defend the net bad, and Freelo can't really do that.
Well, here's Bomb Sub Farm here from Jake. So, Cologne, I have concerns with Bomb Sub Farm and its ability to defend some of those tight rushes that occur in the mid game. So, what are some things that Jake can do for optimal value defense during those rounds?
I mean, it's precious space, which means you have infinite money, so you can just afford bomblets. That's it.
Okay.
And once you have
You think-
bomblets up, you can't really rush it again because it defends DNTs, it defends whatever. Nothing you can send is really gonna get value. So as soon as he affords bomblets, I think he just wins the game. Which means if he goes high eco, he can sell all his farms for it and then still not be drained. Even if he sells everything for bomblets.
Okay. So here you see the defense here. Again, Freelo not having his more glaives just yet, and Jake not with a reactor on screen again, playing skinny. That's what you want to do here when you're talking about greed. Oh, we got some boosting happening. Jake decided to Fedora 3 against those Cerams.
Yeah, and now you're here and he has to rush with ego, and it's just kind of sad.
Mm.
One thing to note is that, now that he sold the bottom island, he has to keep the 2k island, and it's just kind of...
Oh, look at this! R-Rod headed Freelo's way! Is the boost going to be
Yeah,
enough?
he's
Huge
gone.
Slayer! Jake's going to take the win!
Yeah, he needed the money from the blue island, and because he sold the bottom island, he couldn't really do it.
Hmm.
And also, you rush with eco, which is another problem.
Yeah... I think I really like to believe that more glaives is unrushable, but the greater community's done a great job of figuring out that you can rush it if you get a good layer going.
It's honestly just mostly brony stuff.
Yeah.
That upgrade is really, really broken. Does bombless attack defend round 25 mobs? I'm pretty sure it does. Even if it didn't, he can just boost, and then on boost it'll definitely do it. And you just have probably 4 sets, and at that point you're more drained than the opponent is.
All right. Anyways, I think. Oh, you know what? Checker was in the Twitch chat complaining about level 5 in my game because that one keeps fooling everybody. I made 22 levels, and half the people get stumped on level 5. That's what that chat message is all about. All right. Anyways, we're on to game 2. Jake taking the win after some ill-advised rushing from Freelo. We're on to B site. And Cologne, I must say we were saved from the possibility of round 30 passive garbage.
That is true. Thanks,
so,
you're here
yeah.
for rushing. That was really nice of you.
Now we've seen quite a bit of Smudge play in this tournament. So what are your thoughts, Cologne, on Smudge versus Fedora?
Okay, so I think Smudge is really good on the longer maps and maps where like off TED where you have a good amount of trike for the totem. You don't really have that on this map. I don't think it's really worth going Smudge on this map. Because Smudge's strength is basically just, same for his Elite, it's just being completely unrushable past round 17.
Right.
And the biggest problem on B side is getting drained before round 17. So Smudge is kind of bad at that.
Yeah, Smudge doesn't resolve that very well. I mean, I guess you get access to totem at like round 14, round 15 or something.
Yeah, but I mean, who cares? It doesn't do enough. If you get forced to mail, you lose the game. So, and you don't get that totem by the time you get forced to mail. So I don't think it really matters.
All right. Now I see Tack Mortar Farm versus Dark Mortar Farm. Cologne, what does Freelo have to do to get the win against Dark Mortar Farm? Do you what kind of play can we expect here, rounds 11 to 13? Is it going to be more passive? Is it going to be more active? Or what are we going to see here?
I think you just play passive and let them self-drain. Because Dart has really, really, really terrible round 18 on this map. Round 17 as well. So as long as you just play passive until round 18, so like one F1, maybe one regular BFB, force Fan Club, force ABET, both of those do that. And I think that those are just really high value, and then it just destroys his farms. And because Dart is typically played more aggressive, even if it's better played passive, everyone plays it more aggressive. You can probably just bank on him rushing you and draining himself. So I think it's just better to play passive, especially with Smudge Cat, where you have insane value past round 17. So the later this game goes, the more value Smudge gets. So I don't think sending any rush at any point is going to be worth it unless he goes for like some insane amount of greed.
So you don't think it's viable here for Jake to try and rush?
For Freelo.
Or for Freelo to try and rush, okay. I mean, we're going to expect here Jake to try and rush, yes? Because I feel like
Jake needs to rush, because he has Smudge Cat, and if he gets past round 16, there's no value sense, period.
Alright, well, round 8, no pressure yet from either side, really. Now you see those space purples coming out. Forcing a couple trickle leaks on both sides, nothing really too crazy. Okay, so first point of contention here, Cologne, round 9, Zebras unlock. Do you send Zebras if you're either player?
I think you send Zebras if you're Jake, because your hero's been purple legal the entire time, and he doesn't have money on hand to buy a Bloom Buster or a Tutu Mortar. Well, now he does, because he waited 5 years to do it. I don't know why he does that, but if he didn't wait 9 years to do it, it probably would have forced him to either boost or chase really hard on those a lot of lives, which would deny him more totems.
He didn't do a good job of keeping up with the eco queue, Cologne. I think that's the problem.
Yeah, it just took too long.
Yep.
Your hero was ecoing way too hard. It's probably, actually, no, he's still ecoing fairly hard, so he can probably still rush around 11 and force a boost.
I don't think either of these guys got rushing money, though. Yeah, no, this is a very passive round 11 here.
If Jake keeps playing it like this, he's gonna lose.
Yeah, man. The problem with those, just setting that bit of Zebras that he did, Cologne, Jake, I mean, he still has to get some sort of defense. And actually, he has the 2-2-0 mortar, which I'm surprised. I'm surprised he didn't try to cheese it with just Bernie stuff for round 11. Here's round 13. And again, I think both these guys are still kind of gridlocked here with not really enough rushing money at this point. They're just pausing, right? You got a little bit of a standoff here to decide whether or not you want to invest in farms or go for the rush. And it looks to me like...
I think Jake just ecoed too hard. He was sitting purple the entire time, and he just doesn't have money to rush. And at this point, next round, here is going to get a free totem, so now it's going to be basically impossible for Jake to send him any good rushes.
Jake's still ecoing, Cologne. Jake's still ecoing, and now Freelo's got totem. Now Freelo's got totem. So
now that you're here as totem, he needs to take this late game because there's not gonna be any good sense until like round 26.
Yeah, it's a little concerning here. Group White's headed Jake's way. I think he's just doing that to save up money for
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how he's dying to AI, but he is.
Burning stuff might not be hitting everything, Cologne. Maybe that's an issue.
Oh, he doesn't have faster barrel spin or whatever it's called. Why did you say faster barrel spin? Faster shooting.
He's got 022 mortar. It's just
Yeah, no,
I don't
he
know.
modded like last income boost.
Okay. You can see that Freelo's still he's still echoing those group whites. It tells Jake that Freelo's doing just a little bit of saving here for round 17.
Yeah, your character needs to be able to afford like heavy shots on one income boost, and then he's fine for round 17. He doesn't need attack.
He's gonna purchase.
You need something for Moab instead, and heavy shots is your only real option.
Yeah, Freelo's kind of leading Jake on here, because he's not quite floating enough money to buy that defense. Oh, actually, never mind. He's turtling. He's turtling quite a bit.
I think something in that Moab is definitely worth next round.
Yeah.
But maybe it isn't because Jake is kind of holding like $17 quintillion on hand, so I'm not sure. I don't think sending a regular Moab is good though, because he can just press a Dora button and defend. That's not a good send. Never mind.
So Jake's gonna go for
good send because Jake doesn't know he can just press one on the keyboard. Yeah, if you didn't know, if you press a Dora, if you use a Dora 3 on a Moab, it pops later. Just something a lot of people didn't know. And then if he just micros his berry stuff and his heavy shells, it'll defend the insides. He didn't need to buy any defense for that.
Both these players, Cologne, there hasn't really been a lot of action here. I think you were saying that Jake had to rush in the mid game, and you said that Freelo could do a lot with Moabs in rounds 17 and 18, and we barely got any rushing. Are you surprised?
No, you're here got the value send. I would have sent an F Moab, which would have probably forced a boost and then an A-bad, but yeah, I think you're here. The only rushes he wanted to send were round 18 and round 20 with like a regular BFB. Ooh, and then for Jake, he needed to rush round 13, and he just didn't take that chance.
Okay, natural Moab coming out.
Yeah, see the regular BFB. It just
okay,
so either forces A-bad or forces Fan Club, which is a really good for like a 1.6k send, which is I don't know why it's 1.6k, but it is.
Ninja Kiwi really has been wanting us to rush each other with balloons lately. Kind of insane. Let's see here. So tight lead shouldn't be a concern here for either player, yes?
Yeah, no, you're here smudge, so you can just mail with a totem, and then that defense. And then if he rushes again, he can boost an A-bed and be fine.
No, we're starting to take this game pretty late here, and Cologne, I think we have to start talking about the farms, the feasibility of getting tier 5 farms. How feasible do you think it is?
That's not happening until like round 27.
Oh yeah, there you go. I imagine we're gonna get to a point in the game here, Cologne, where these guys are gonna be floating a lot of cash through round 24 and 25. Oh, A-Bat to deal with the natural balloons. Yeah, they're getting more powerful. ZOMGs are cheaper now. It's 10k to send an FZOMG to your opponent, but Jake has Fedora 10 up, so
yeah. It's when you have unrushable heroes, it's not really worth sending a CMG.
I think, man, at some point these guys just got to go big, like all out on each other, no? But I guess we're just waiting for it to go.
They both have the broken heroes that can't be rushed until round 30. They can't really do that.
But is there ever a point where you think, wait a minute, I'm on building site. We don't have a lot of eco compared to other maps. What if I just choke rush the other guy? Just hope
you would think that, but then like Smudge can just totem with a melee and defend infinite time mobs, and then on the right side you need to send like 5 sets to force Fedora 10 because Fan Club is not a balanced upgrade. And then if you do that, then you just force Fedora 10, and then you need to do it one more time to get through the thing, and then you force a boost, and then afterwards maybe you force Bloonson at most, which means you have defense until round 30. So it's just not worth sending anything.
Both players are agreeing with your ideology here, Cologne, as tight Moabs are available, and either player, they're probably definitely floating cash, and they are not using it to rush at this point. It's just a big old Western-style standoff. These guys do need defense if they get sent, but it's just not. I guess it's just not a lot of defense, right?
They just have the broken heroes. It's not. They can't do anything.
So round 26, and again, I think the big thing we have to look out for here for Cologne, right? Oh, DDT! DDT headed Freelo's way. Smudge 10 needs to come out here. Nothing. Oh, he chokes! Okay. Oh no!
Yeah, he just kind of watched it for too long.
Did Freelo not have Smudge 10?
No, he used it. He didn't. He had. How did that die? You're here because you had like 5 tier 2 attacks with a whatever it's called, a tier 4 mortar.
Hmm.
That doesn't defend anything. You need at least like 5 overdrives on boost, or it doesn't pop anything.
That was, Cologne, I think we finally got to that point where, again, these guys, they had unrushable heroes, right? And then Jake was like,
Yeah.
screw this, I'm going to choke rush. And it worked.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the DDT's probably worth. But like that's it, I think. I think it's worth for Jake, but not for your here.
I mean, it's hard for your here to send because he can Fedora 10 the
Fedora
first
10, yeah.
the first send, yeah.
And then when you send it, then you're completely prepared for a rush, so you're completely prepared to buy balloons in as soon as they send anything. Whereas with the first DDT, you need to like instantly react and buy a bunch of overdrives. So you either pre-buy a bunch of overdrives and then they don't send, or you have to buy a really fast balloons in.
Okay. So game 3 coming up, and Jake is with a 2-0 lead right now.
Yeah.
So if you're Freelo, how do you come back? What do you pick? What do you play? How do you get to Jake?
Honestly, I don't know what Jake is. I mean, Jake does seem to like rushing a lot, and also he seems to be pretty bad at ports. So I would go with ports.
So I'm going to also read a comment here from Mao. It says, remember that they buff DDTs, and they buff DDTs by reducing the income loss from sending them.
Yeah, wasn't it around 28 though? Not around 26?
Also,
how
that's
the hell
right.
Did you see him like shuffle through those maps?
Oh my god, dude.
That was
I got some
insane.
fast fingers. Woo! Clicking that thing like rapid speed, like turbo.
Oh, pirate. Oh.
Pico.
No,
Okay,
I think that's a bad pick.
Hmm.
It seems like a map Jake would be really comfortable on. So I guess he's just hoping for a choke. But if you're hoping for a choke, then go Star Captain and not Smudge. I don't know.
Freelo seems to really like this smudge tech. But I mean,
a good hero, but like, I don't think you're gonna outplay Jake when he's playing pretty good this season.
Yeah, I mean, Jake, again, current top 10 player. I haven't placed him in his top 10 state, but I mean, obviously he's playing pretty good if he's that high up on the leaderboard here. And Cologne, I'm nervous that the way that this game is going to go is that both these players are going to play passive again, right? They're going to get to this late game, and Freelo's going to choke to some stupid rush because there is some deficiencies here from Smudge, right? With the value defense, right? You can't just smudge 10 and automatically delete a DDT the same way that you can Fedora 10, that kind of stuff, Yeah.
No, on this one, I think they're going to be more aggro because the mortar spots are considerably worse.
Oh, yeah,
But
that's
then again,
right.
neither of them brought Jericho, so maybe not. I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, it kind of... I mean, Fedora adds a lot to the defense for Jake, right?
Yeah, but I think Jericho's just better in general. Because Jericho forces you to pre-buy $1 million of defense, and
Oh, right, yeah.
and then the steals just sap all your money. So then you have to basically play full defense, but you don't have any money to rush. So Jericho in that sense is better at defending because it prevents your opponent from rushing at all.
So we're going to potentially, I guess, relative to that situation, we might see a situation where these guys could be able to float quite a bit of cash, maybe enough to do a little check. I mean, if you can check mortars on this map, right, you can potentially you can get a lot out of that.
Yeah, this game's gonna be a lot more interesting than B-side, I think, just simply because the map is harder.
Now with Fedora, you see Jake able to get away with the 2-2-0 attack, while Freelo has to get the 1-3-0 attack. I mean, you could do 2-2-0. Actually, I'm kind of surprised if Freelo didn't try 2-2-0 attack, because you can get layered on, yes, but with Smudge, I don't see that as a big deal. I mean, Jake's not playing Jericho.
You definitely won lives with Smudge.
I mean, but it's a 5-life totem, right? I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, but like if you risk leaking, you're probably gonna go down to like 60, 70, and then if you leak like a single zebra from the rush, then you're down to like what, 5 totems, and then 5 totems is just it's not enough on this map. I'm not gonna lie. I think you need more totems on this map than really on any other map that we need.
It's interesting.
Because basically any mob rush you send, if you don't want to buy defense, then you need to smudge totem. So he can just send like one mob, force totem. He can send like round 16, force totem. He can send round 18, force totem. Basically every single rush is he's gonna use totem, so he's gonna need a good amount of lives.
Round 7 here. Freelo queuing up for yellows. I'm a little surprised about this. Jake has the option to just Fedora 3 the pressure away. There he goes. Jake not sending yellows Freelo's way. You surprised about this move?
Yeah, a little bit actually. That seems pretty bad.
Yeah, I feel like he could have gotten some because look at Freelo. Look at Freelo. He's gotten the farm upgrade.
You can definitely force boost it against Mudge. That's probably worth something.
Yeah, I mean it's not like Smudge is going to do that much early game. I mean, she helps a little, but
I really don't like how Jake just plays really high eco and then sends no pressure round 13 against Smudge.
Yeah, I think Jake's playing this as if we were playing Jericho, right?
Yeah.
But you really gotta play. I mean, you gotta float some money here for these rushing rounds, no? Even if it's just 1K.
Yeah, no, because neither of them have Jericho. They don't have to pre-buy a Signal Flare or Burning Stuff really either, because they can just boost the Blade, the Shooter, and Shell Shock, and that should be completely fine.
So the way these guys have played it, you see Jake's chalked his map full of farms here. Freelo pre-bought a little bit of defense. These guys actually aren't going to have any rushing money here for round 11.
Yeah, no, neither of them. It's just going to be the same as last game. It's looking like. I was kind of hoping it wouldn't because this map is so hard to defend on, but I guess Jake just likes having 800 eco and then never rushing too much cat.
It looks, I mean, yeah, it's got that passive look to it, right? Oh, boosted camo purples!
No,
oh, no! No, it's over! It's over! No!
Wait, how did he have 9k on hand at the end there? What the hell? Did you see that? That was weird. Well, oh, it's all those farms.
That is the worst way to lose a game. What incredible observation skills from Jake. That was about to be a passive round 30 fest right there, Cologne. And
yeah.
Jake
We're
just
probably
pulled...
just gonna go the same way. We just one net DDT, force Bloomson, and then do nothing.
Wow. I mean, that's the equivalent of a hidden ball trick in baseball right there. I mean, that is nasty stuff. And I think that's why Jake's T10 right now. That's why... Wow.
I mean, Jake's a little boosted, but he's definitely not bad at all.
He definitely showed off some great play today here. Definitely deserved this one. Taking the finals 3-0. It's been a while since we have a competitive finals, to be honest. It's always like 3-0, maybe 3-1 every now and then. A lot of 3-0s though, so kind of surprises me. But that is Popology Weekly number 13, an exciting series of games. Cologne, any closing thoughts on these games? Anything you saw from the gameplay that you thought was interesting?
Sentai on B side and Checker not buying rubber gold until after he sent leads. Those are the two things I can remember.
Oh man, my big takeaway right there, Cologne, was the round 26 greed defense fail from Freelo when he was sent that FDDT on B site, right? Because I know we were hyping up that Smudge late game, right? And Smudge just faltered to the basic check rush, right?
Yeah. He just wasn't ready.
Yeah. Sometimes that's how it goes.
In round 12 last game.
We're gonna raid Termi. So we're gonna give her a raid. Hopefully we'll see more quality Bloons gameplay. And hopefully we'll be back next week for more Popology Weekly. Thank you all for joining us. Get some clips of some fun gameplay if you get the chance, so we can kind of look over it and laugh at some of these guys for making bad plays. So it's not like I make these bad plays in Hom, right? Who am I kidding?
Playing the game is a lot different than watching it.
Yeah. It's so different, dude. It's like so different. But yeah.
The raid will start any day now.
Yeah, we're just waiting. Yep. We're just definitely just waiting.
Here. Oh, there we go.
Okay, there we go. All right, cool. All right, I'm out.